Imagine you're making a giant sandwich. You wouldn't just throw all the ingredients in a pile, right? You'd stack them neatly. Layers in Photoshop are like those ingredients. They let you stack images, text, and effects on top of each other. Why are layers so cool? Because they keep everything separate. You can edit one layer without messing up the others. This makes experimenting fun and easy. You can try different things without worrying about ruining your whole image. Think of it like drawing on clear sheets of plastic and then stacking them. You can change the order, erase parts of one sheet without affecting the others, or even remove a sheet entirely. That's the power of layers. Ready to start layering? It's easier than you think. In Photoshop, you'll see the Layers panel, usually on the right side of your screen. It's like your art studio's control center. To add a new layer, just click the little icon that looks like a square, with a folded corner at the bottom of the Layers panel. Boom! You've got a fresh layer to work with. You can also add images directly as layers. Go to File, then Place Embedded, and choose your image. Photoshop drops it in as a new layer, ready for you to adjust and resize. The Layers panel is your best friend in Photoshop. It's where you manage all the different elements of your project. Each layer is shown as a thumbnail with its name, making it easy to identify and organize your work. You can click and drag layers to change their stacking order in the panel. This allows you to control which elements appear in front and which ones stay behind. The layer at the top is visible in front, while the layers below are behind. This stacking order is crucial for creating complex compositions. You can turn a layer's visibility on or off by clicking the little eye icon next to it. This is useful for focusing on specific parts of your project. Want to work on one layer without being distracted? Hide the others. This helps you concentrate on the details of a single layer. Need to see everything again? Click the empty box to make the eye reappear. This way, you can quickly toggle the visibility of multiple layers. Don't be afraid to experiment. Click on different layers in the panel to select them and see how it changes what you can edit on your canvas. This is a great way to explore different design possibilities and refine your work. Set. Section 4. Layer Gymnastics. Moving, copying, and more. Time to have some fun with layers. Layers are the building blocks of your Photoshop projects, and mastering them can really elevate your work. You can do all sorts of cool things, like moving them around, making copies, and even deleting the ones you don't need. This flexibility allows you to experiment and refine your designs without fear. To move a layer, simply select the Move tool. It looks like a cursor with arrows from the toolbar. This tool is essential for positioning your elements exactly where you want them. Click and drag your layer anywhere on the canvas. It's as simple as that. You can reposition elements to create the perfect composition. You can also use the arrow keys on your keyboard for precise adjustments. This is great for fine-tuning the placement of your layers, ensuring everything lines up perfectly. Want to duplicate a layer? Easy. Duplicating layers can save you a lot of time, especially when you need to reuse elements. Right-click on the layer in the Layers panel and select Duplicate Layer. Now you have two. This is perfect for creating backups or experimenting with different effects. This is super helpful if you want to try an effect without altering the original. You can compare different versions and choose the best one. To delete a layer, just drag it to the trash can icon at the bottom of the Layers panel, or right-click and select Delete Layer. This helps keep your project organized and clutter-free. Remember, once it's gone, it's gone. Deleting a layer is permanent, so make sure you really don't need it before you remove it. So be sure before you toss it out. Always double-check to avoid losing important work. Happy editing! Section 5. Transforming your vision, opacity, merging, and beyond. In this section, we will delve into some of the more advanced techniques that can elevate your design work to the next level. Let's explore some more advanced layer tricks. These techniques will help you manipulate your layers with greater precision and creativity. You can change a layer's opacity to make it semi-transparent. This is particularly useful when you want to create subtle effects or blend images seamlessly. The opacity slider is at the top of the Layers panel. Adjusting this slider allows you to control the transparency of the selected layer. A lower opacity means you can see through the layer, like tracing paper. This can be very useful for creating overlays or ghosted images. Sometimes you'll want to combine layers to make one. This is called merging. Merging layers can simplify your workflow and reduce file size. Select the layers you want to merge in the Layers panel. Hold Ctrl or CMD to select multiple. This allows you to work on them as a single unit. Then, right-click and choose Merge Layers. This action will combine the selected layers into one, making it easier to manage your project. You can also resize, rotate, and even warp layers. These transformations can help you fit elements perfectly into your design. Select the layer and press Ctrl+T, CMD+T on Mac to enter Free Transform mode. This mode gives you the flexibility to adjust the layer's size and orientation. Handles will appear around the layer. These handles are your tools for resizing, rotating, and skewing the layer. Click and drag these handles to transform your layer in all sorts of fun ways. Experiment with different transformations to see what works best for your design. Section 6. Blending Magic. Creating amazing effects. Ready for some real Photoshop magic? Blending modes change how layers interact with each other, creating stunning effects. You can find the Blending Mode drop-down menu at the top of the Layers panel, usually set to Normal. Try experimenting with different blending modes like Multiply to darken images, Screen to brighten them, or Overlay for a high contrast look. Each mode creates a unique effect, so have fun and see what happens. For example, you can use the Overlay Blending mode to combine a texture layer with a photo, giving it a whole new feel. Or use Soft Light to subtly enhance colors and create a more polished look. Now, Section 7. Sharing your art. Saving your Photoshop masterpiece. You've poured your creativity into your Photoshop project, and now it's time to share it with the world. But first, you need to save it correctly. Go to File and choose Save As. You'll see a few different file formats. JPEG is great for photos you want to share online or print. PNG is good for images with transparency, like logos. And if you want to keep all your layers editable, choose a PSD file. Remember to give your file a descriptive name so you can easily find it later. Now you can share your amazing Photoshop creations with everyone.